Jalen Suggs doing an interview with Richard Jefferson, the road trip and crew, apparently just comes out of nowhere ish, and that he didn't really need to throw Richard Pitino under the bus this much. Says that Richard Pitino basically just didn't recruit him enough, and it was basically a done deal. It was he felt like that he wanted to play football and basketball both. He
wanted to play both.
Minnesota. Yeah. PJ Fleck was on board with it. He thought he could play quarterback and play basketball at Minnesota, which probably is not entirely true, and we're probably not going to play both very well. But whatever. When a kid's that
Ronald
talented,
Curry has done it. Julius Peppers has done it. It's been done.
When you're that talented and you're a 5-star at everything, you hear him out. You hear this kid. If that's what you want to try, go for it. Yeah. Ohio State just signed a kid in football, a defensive tackle. I forget the kid's name. I think he's on the team now. He's just like a freshman, and he's not really playing much. But
Jacoby Brissett, who started for the Dolphins this past week, when he committed to Florida, he was going there to play basketball and football. Yeah. Ohio
State has it. They I forget the guys. I should do better, but he's like a defensive tackle, and he's really good at basketball too. And Holtman was like, come play basketball. And like everyone on campus is like, this dude's not playing basketball.
Yeah, but why not bring him into practice? Quentin Copel's practiced with Carolina for a couple days. You know what I mean? It's like you said, if it's a 5-star kid and this is like that thing to get them over the you're just like,
Donovan McNabb did it for Syracuse. He played quarterback. Anyway, Jalen Suggs wanted to do that. Richard Pitino apparently did not take him all that seriously, and Jalen Suggs drops the bombshell that he wanted to go to Minnesota, and he did not, and that is bad enough, Tate. That in and of itself, if I'm a Minnesota fan,
that should be the story. We should,
because by the way, I guess we haven't really said this, but Jalen Suggs is from Minneapolis. That's the whole idea. It's like, he's a Minneapolis kid. Minnesota's right there. You have a Division I Big Ten school in your backyard. Why not just play for the Gophers? That's why. So there's that, and then the next development, which makes it worse, is that McKinley Wright IV, who played at Colorado, had a great career at Colorado, was
3x3U guy,
3x3U champion, wasn't he? No.
Yeah. He is a champion, so we'll
felt
just
like he was a champion.
I felt like
it was Justin Wright Foreman that was the champion. I got it mixed up. McKinley Wright.
I just couldn't see the Pac-12 winning it in my head, so I was like, he can't be a champion.
I said champion that I thought about. I was like, there's no way they won. He quote tweets this video of Jalen Suggs saying that he wanted to go to the University of Minnesota. And McKinley Wright says, "So we all were ready to stay home, man." And he puts a facepalm emoji, which seems to suggest that McKinley Wright, also a local Minnesota kid.
An all Pac-12 player, by the way. A guy who got a real shot at the NBA. So, that's not good to hear. And it's not done there, right? It keeps going.
It's still not done. And then Tyrell Terry does the final twist of the knife, who has been in our world recently for shitting on Stanford. And now I guess maybe did we get our answer for the eyeball emojis? So. Like why he did the eyeball emojis? He never wanted to play at Stanford, as it turns out. He also is a Minnesota kid, also a Minneapolis kid, and he quote tweets McKinley Wright's tweet and says, all of us, with crying emojis. Like, all of us really did want to go to Minnesota. I guess all of us wanted to go to Minnesota, and we just didn't. So that's the new development out of the University of Minnesota. Richard Pitino, now the head coach at the University of New Mexico, I believe. He's the Lobos guy. Yeah. But that's it, Tate. So if you're a Minnesota
Marcus
fan,
Carr better than those three? I think that's
Marcus Carr also transferred. Yeah,
that's the question. You have to ask that to yourself.
If you're a Minnesota fan, how do you digest this? You let bygones be bygones. Who cares? It didn't happen. This probably isn't true. Do you think this isn't true, that they're all lying just to like kind of create some drama here? Like what lie do you tell yourself if you're a Minnesota fan that you're actually not mad, you're just laughing at this whole situation?
I just texted one of my friends when you sent me this tweet earlier and asked him, he's like a Minnesota fan. He lives in Minnesota and loves Minnesota, and I asked him about this Suggs story. He said that Suggs was never going to play basketball at Minnesota. That he thinks that it was this is like a basically just like a way to curry favor with Minnesotans. This is his way to like make sure that his hometown people. It's not his fault, right? It's Rick Pitino, and now that Pitino's not there, it's not Richard Pitino. But this is a way to say like, hey, I can blame the old guard, the old coaching staff that's not here anymore, so they don't have to take the blunt of the blame for this. They can get out of here. And then on the flip side, the other guys chiming in by saying, I would have done that, I would have done that. That gives them the same sort of cachet, being like, I'm from here and all my people in my hometown, I would have played. I would have played for the hometown team.
That's a great point.
If I actually got recruited the right way, I would have played for them. So I get a little bit of that from this, but I also, for the story's sake of it, I love the idea of Pitino just saying, like, Suggs is not good enough to play on his team. I think that's good.
All right, I could talk myself into. If I'm a Minnesota fan, that's the lie I tell myself is exactly that. Is that they were never actually considered.
This is from
Minnesota.
a Minnesota fan, so I can't even. Yeah, I think that's the lie that they're telling.
That's a good move. That's they're just doing the LeBron move where they say I would have gone to school here, I promise. And Kobe did it too, where he would have gone to like 8 different schools.
He would have gone to Carolina or Duke, depending on which graduate was asking him on that day.
By the way, I was back in Columbus this past weekend for the Ohio State Akron football game, and part of me
win.
thought,
You guys
huge win.
Look like the Ohio State that I know.
National title looking team out there.
That's
Ohio
what I
State,
saw.
just running the football down their throats, passing it down the. Do you pass the football down their throats?
Yeah. Yes.
I guess we were trying.
Also, Oregon's number 3 in the country, by the way.
Yep.
So you guys literally
we
lost
should be number 4.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we should be number 4. I agree, Tate. But I right before the game, it was a night game. It was on Big Ten Network. It wasn't on Super National Television. But I remember thinking to myself, like, oh, we're playing Akron. I wonder if LeBron will be here. He's these are his 2 schools. These are 2.
Yeah.
And then I remembered, of course he's not going to come to this game. He's got to pick sides. Like, where would he stand? Which sideline does he stand on? These are the 2 schools he would have gone to. Is Akron and Ohio State both? And now he's stuck. He's got to pick which one he wants to.
And you know what he did? You know what he did instead? He took a picture of his TV and put it on Instagram of the game.
Did he really?
Yeah, no, he did. And this is why I died laughing. He took a picture of the game and said, like, basically it was just like what you just said, which is like, I'm pulling for both teams.
I hope both teams.
Yeah,
win.
exactly. He basically said that. He was like, dang, like, I love both these teams.
The 2 schools I went to are playing each other.
My 2 alma maters. Playing each other tonight.
I have degrees from both schools. Oh my god. Well, anyway, I think Minnesota fans at this point, I'm assuming if you went to the University of Minnesota, or if you like the Gophers, you're probably just a full gamut Minnesota fan.
Yeah.
And you can no longer feel pain anyway. Like, I think Minnesota's the most tortured fan city in the country. Just they're very nice people that they don't outwardly bitch about it as much as like other cities do when things don't go their way. When the Yankees don't win the World Series like 3 years in a row, and the Yankees fans are like, this sucks so much for us. Things are, and not only the Yankees not win, but the Giants haven't won a Super Bowl in a while, and things are so hard. Minnesota fans just like kind of keep to themselves.
The poor Jets fans and the Mets fans.
Yeah. Minnesota fans like suffer the torture, and then they just go in silence and just drink and don't really like.
They internalize it.
They
I think
internalize
that's the best.
it.
That's the best way to put it.
My point is, this is just another day for them.
I mean,
I hear all this. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Of course.
I think every other Minnesota fan, right? Like, if they saw this story, they probably just, like you said, push it aside. And I think today they're just celebrating the fact that they beat the Seahawks for the first time since 2009.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. Like every day as a Minnesota fan, you just kind of like take the win.
Find the small victories.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like Jalen Suggs and all these other guys who wanted to play at Minnesota basketball, gonna have to ignore that one and just soak up this Kirk Cousins win. Hey there, thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.